The death of Princess Diana in a car crash in Paris in 1997 shocked the world, but over the years, conspiracy theories have emerged suggesting that her death was not an accident but instead a carefully orchestrated plot by the British intelligence agency. In this video, we will examine the evidence and explore the theories behind this controversial topic. To understand the circumstances surrounding the death of Princess Diana and the conspiracy theories that have emerged as a result, it is important to examine the historical context of the time. Princess Diana was one of the most famous women in the world at the time of her death in 1997. She had been married to Prince Charles, the heir to the British throne, but the couple had separated in 1992 and were in the process of getting a divorce. Their split had been the subject of intense media scrutiny, and Diana's public appearances were always closely watched by the press. In the years following the split, Diana had become a vocal advocate for a number of causes, including landmine removal, HIV or AIDS awareness, and the rights of children. She had also been romantically linked to a number of men, including Dodi Fade, the son of a wealthy businessman. It was during a trip to Paris with Fade that the car accident occurred that resulted in Diana's death. The accident took place in a tunnel under the Pont de l'Alma bridge, and both Diana and Fade were killed instantly. The driver of the car, Henry Paul, was also killed, and only one of the four people in the car, Trevor Rees-Jones, survived the crash. The aftermath of Diana's death was marked by an outpouring of grief from around the world, as well as intense media scrutiny and speculation about the circumstances surrounding the accident. It was during this time that conspiracy theories began to emerge, suggesting that the accident was not an accident at all, but instead a carefully orchestrated plot by the British intelligence agency. In the years following Diana's death, a number of conspiracy theories emerged suggesting that her death was not an accident but was instead the result of a conspiracy orchestrated by the British intelligence agency. While the specifics of these theories vary, they all generally suggest that Diana was killed because she posed a threat to the British monarchy and its interests. One of the most widely circulated conspiracy theories suggests that Diana was pregnant at the time of her death and that she was killed to prevent her from having a child who could potentially challenge the line of succession. Another theory suggests that Diana was planning to marry Fade, who was Muslim, and that this was seen as a threat to the British monarchy's relationship with Middle Eastern countries. Other conspiracy theories suggest that Diana was killed because she was a vocal critic of the British government, particularly with regards to its policies on landmines and the treatment of the poor. Some theories suggest that the British intelligence agency was worried that Diana's activism would cause unrest and instability in the country, and that she was therefore seen as a threat to national security. Despite the lack of evidence supporting these conspiracy theories, they have continued to persist in popular culture and have been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and films. Some proponents of the theories have even gone so far as to suggest that the official investigation into Diana's death was a cover-up, and that evidence was deliberately suppressed in order to hide the truth. However, official investigations into the circumstances surrounding Diana's death have consistently found that it was the result of a tragic accident caused by a combination of factors including driver error and the paparazzi chasing the car. While the conspiracy theories may be appealing to those who are suspicious of the government or the monarchy, there is no credible evidence to support them, and they remain a subject of controversy and debate to this day. Despite the lack of credible evidence supporting the conspiracy theories surrounding Diana's death, proponents of these theories often point to a number of supposed pieces of evidence that they believe support their claims. One of the most commonly cited pieces of evidence is the fact that Diana's body was embalmed before an autopsy could be performed. Conspiracy theorists suggest that this was done in order to cover up evidence of foul play. However, the official explanation for this is that French law required embalming to be carried out within 24 hours of death if the body was going to be transported internationally, and that it was done in accordance with standard practice. Another piece of evidence that has been cited is the alleged existence of a letter written by Diana in which she expressed fears that she was being targeted by the British intelligence agency. However, this letter has never been produced, and there is no concrete evidence to suggest that it ever existed. Additionally, conspiracy theorists have pointed to the fact that the security cameras in the tunnel where the accident occurred were not functioning at the time of the crash. However, there is no evidence to suggest that this was the result of a deliberate act of sabotage, and it is more likely that the cameras were simply out of order. Despite the lack of credible evidence to support the conspiracy theories surrounding Diana's death, they continue to be the subject of much debate and speculation. However, the official investigations into the circumstances surrounding her death have consistently found that it was the result of a tragic accident, and there is no credible evidence to suggest otherwise. The conspiracy theories surrounding Diana's death have been widely criticized by many individuals and organizations, including members of the British government, the media, and even some of Diana's own friends and family. One of the main criticisms of the conspiracy theories is that they are based on flimsy or non-existent evidence and that they rely on speculation and hearsay rather than solid facts. Critics argue that many of the supposed facts cited by conspiracy theorists have been debunked and that there is no credible evidence to suggest that Diana's death was anything other than a tragic accident. Another criticism of the conspiracy theories is that they are disrespectful to Diana's memory and to the feelings of her loved ones. Diana's sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, have both spoken out against the conspiracy theories and have criticized the media for perpetuating them. Many of Diana's close friends and family members have also expressed their frustration with the persistent rumors and speculation surrounding her death and have called for an end to the conspiracy theories. In addition, some critics have argued that the conspiracy theories serve to distract from more important issues and causes that were important to Diana during her life. Diana was known for her philanthropy and her activism on a variety of issues, including landmines, HIV or AIDS, and poverty. By focusing on conspiracy theories rather than on these important causes, critics argue that the media and the public are doing a disservice to Diana's memory and legacy. Despite the criticism of the conspiracy theories, they continue to persist in popular culture and remain a subject of much debate and speculation. However, it is important to remember that the official investigations into Diana's death have consistently found that it was the result of a tragic accident and that there is no credible evidence to suggest otherwise. It is worth noting that the controversy surrounding Diana's death has not detracted from her lasting impact on the world. Diana was known for her compassion, her charitable work, and her ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Her death was a great loss to her family, her friends, and the world as a whole. Despite the tragic circumstances of her death, Diana's legacy continues to inspire and influence people today. Her charitable work and her dedication to social causes have inspired countless individuals to get involved in their communities and make a positive difference in the world. She will always be remembered as a symbol of kindness, compassion, and empathy, and her legacy will continue to live on for generations to come. While the theory that the British intelligence agency was involved in the death of Princess Diana remains a popular conspiracy theory, there is no concrete evidence to support the claim. While there are a number of suspicious factors surrounding the accident, these can be explained by other factors, and the official investigation found no evidence of foul play. It is important to approach the topic with a critical and skeptical eye, and to remember that without concrete evidence, the theory remains just a theory.